All right. Okay, so good morning, everyone. I want to welcome you to Diamond Quantum Law. I've been off for a couple of weeks, you poor things, or either that or I gave you a rest. I'm not sure which one. Yeah, my partner ended up getting this throat thing and it like hit really hard. And then, I couldn't speak for all of this time. So I'm still pretty raspy, but nothing more than usual. Oh, thank you, Yasmin. I missed all you guys. I tell you what, when I came back, I really came in feeling strong again yesterday. I was like ready to reconnect. So I think there's a lot of bigger things happening at the moment in the universe. Have you all felt it? I know that you would have. Okay, it's like where you're reassessing what you're doing and, what should I be doing? But the energies are massive at the moment. So I just want to say, go easy on yourself. Okay. We've just come out of Mercury retrograde, which is all about communication and that or not. So be really easy on yourself. Really tuck into the greater you and your soul alignment that we always talk about. Okay. And it's just really important that we go easy on ourselves right now and each other. But honestly, I feel like I've just been detaching from the world itself. It's been a very, very big release of, I don't know, being involved with maybe the more petty things, and just letting go of that so that we can just become one with the bigger picture of things. So it's been an interesting fortnight or 2 weeks for me, that's for sure. And just finding out what's important and what's not important. So maybe you've felt some of those energies yourself, because we are dissolving the vibrational world of the 3D connections, and what's been important to us is now dissolving. It's not so important. Really, we are going into a new earth and a new age. So it's not important what we've been bogged down in, our concerns and worries and that for even our friends and our families, it really is time for each individual to take on their own journey, their own pathway without our interference. Did you hear what I said? Without our interference. It's sort of like, we are so loving. We just want the best for people. And we're just wanting to bring everyone, come on, everyone, come on, let's go. We're going into the new earth. We're going into 5D. But we can't keep holding other people back according to what we think is where we're all going. Because the truth is, we're all going into our own individual soul self. That's where your new earth is. And what that looks like as a collective is going to be according to the richness of your connection, the richness of your connection to your own soul. So we've got a couple of new people. So let's start off with the question. The first question that I ask anyone, okay, when they're new to me, is if your soul pulled out of the top of your head right now, what would your physical body do? What would your body do? So if your soul, the energetic part of you, pulled out of the top of your head right now, what would your body do? And everyone says, fall on the ground.
Fall to the ground.
Fall on the ground. So this is not taught in our Western society worlds, to think like this. In actual fact, we have this energetic system called your soul. Okay, and what is your soul? Your soul is 3 parts. They're triune being, the triune being of soul. I just want to welcome new people in today. Thank you for coming to this class. So we're just talking about soul. Your soul that keeps you upright on your head is your triune being. Okay, and it's made up of the divine masculine, the divine feminine, and the divine inner child. Each one of those parts has a specific reason and function, and they just do it automatically because they are in unconditional love. So the divine feminine, okay, who is the womb of creation, brings forth life from and into worlds of reality. Okay, let's think about something as silly as your kidney. Your kidney in your body is a vibrational world. Isn't that interesting? So your kidney in your body is a vibrational world that works magnificently. It works perfectly, okay, if we are actually looking after its little ecosystem and environment. But where did that idea come from? That came from the womb of creation, from the mother. Then it was blessed into coming into being by the Father, the doing power of the divine masculine. And then the divine inner child is your third part of the triune being. And the third part is the divine inner child. The divine inner child is the one that gathers into your matrix, into your world, utilizing your quantum field and bringing it into reality and into your lived experience. So every time we say, oh, it was a miracle, or wow, I was just thinking about that and it happened, it was your 1, 2, 3. It was your board of directors, okay, like your company directors. They're your soul, okay, parts of you that assist you to bring what it is that you want to change or experience, manifest, move on. You came here to experience things, and so this is your soul part that gives you that push, that intuition, that feeling, okay, that I need to be moving in this direction. And then it's up to you as the little pointy you, the little you in the physical body, to go off and do what it is that you feel prompted to do. Okay, is that making sense? Just a short summary of it. So we actually have built within our energetic system that keeps us upright on our feet. Our soul emanates and fills our bodies, our mental bodies, our emotional bodies, our spiritual bodies, and our physical bodies. And when we actually learn how to align ourselves in the new consciousness, in the diamond energy, which we are actually now upgrading into, this is what is coming, then we're actually being released into more and more light. Isn't that beautiful? Ah, you came here on this planet. You came here from light. Okay, you are light, and you project as light. Woo! Now, this is why I want to talk about this morning's subject. Okay, this morning's subject is about qualities and values. And I'm not sure who's heard me speak on this before, but one day, many years ago, I was taught to, I was shown that I had a great affinity and a great love for the quality of endurance. It was amazing the way it came to me. So I love this quality of endurance. Okay. Now, this was interesting. And so the whole point was about endurance. Now, I needed endurance. I'd been through abuse, been through very dark places, lived in hell itself for about 28 years, 30 years. And I had to come out of that victimization. I had to be healed. And one of the things that came up was endurance, this quality of endurance. Well, I've been loving, I mean, I look at endurance. Don't you think that endurance is a great quality to have? Eh? And endurance means I can actually overcome any obstacles that are going to come up. It's a wonderful quality of endurance. Okay? I have the power, I have the ability, I have the strength, I have the braveness, I have the brave heart to endure. Go on, life, throw whatever you can at me and I will conquer. I will endure. Okay. I was shown that it was the very thing, one of the big things that was holding me back from soul sovereignty. Isn't this interesting? So everything that I teach about quantum law is upside down and back to front to what we've been taught in this world system. Okay. Now, why is this? Why? Okay, endurance, I'm a creator. If I am a projector onto my quantum field, what's the quantum field? The quantum field is like a still glassy lake out in front of you. So if you can imagine, and the new people imagine, out in front of you a still glassy lake. And whatever we project, excuse me, whatever we sow into, we reap, which means we gain back. So these are some of the fundamental quantum laws that were shared with us. What you project out is going to come back to you. What I sow, I reap. Energy goes where I intend it to flow. So what am I actually projecting as a quantum creator? Okay, if I am believing in the quality of endurance. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so as a creator, I was projecting endurance. I loved endurance. It was amazing quality, but I was actually projecting endurance. What did I create in my life? More and more and more hardship. Who was doing it? I was. Oh my Lord, isn't that amazing? I was creating, because I'm a creator. Like I said, I came from light. I am light. I project energetically into a quantum field. And if I believe in these qualities, if I believe in these values, and if I maintain them and support them and believe in them, then I am actually creating environments that I am going to project and bring to me another lived reflection. Ooh, so we are the observer, we're the projector, we are the experiencer of what we ourselves create, what we project from. Isn't that amazing? Oh, this just set me free. Okay. But in one sense, I was horrified. Do you know what? I had tears coming down my face. Okay. And remember that beautiful quantum law that we teach you, that quantum principle, and you should write this down. Triggered emotions are based in control. Triggered emotions are based in control, Triggered emotions. So when I was thinking about the experience of endurance and what that meant to me, I actually had some tears coming down my face. And I had already learned that triggered emotions was based in control. So what was I trying to control? In this case, it was to show me what endurance was. And this lifted this massive lid off this whole realm of values. Now let's have a look at values and qualities and values and why we want to let them go, because they do not exist. They are not necessary to exist in a 5D world. Isn't that interesting? Okay. Why? Now, when I am in duality, so we talk about, see the diamond here for those new ones, I talk about this as 5D and above, the multiverse where we came from. This is 5D, this is the new diamond consciousness that we're tapping into. This world here is a reflection of the greater, as above, so below. But what humans have done is we've created what's called duality. So the rules of duality here are right versus wrong, good versus bad, heaven versus hell. We've actually created these separations, okay, within ourselves, within our relationship to others. And it's based in duality. So duality, right versus wrong, good versus bad, heaven versus hell, is dualistic teaching. And this is a part of the Christian westernized platforms of teaching, okay, teaching you are a sinner and separated from God. This is also a part of the Buddhist teaching, which says you must start on basically rung one of the values, learn the values Now, why are they teaching this? Because they believe, one, they believe in duality. And by the way, everything is a part of the greater truth for us to journey through and come into. But it's been to bring us into the understanding of the alignment of soul alignment of the higher Christed self within you, without duality, but within this connection of life. And the life force itself proves that it is within you because it holds you upright on your feet. How could you be separated from the love of God? Is a beautiful statement from scripture. Okay, but it's the way it's been taught to us that is perceived in a separative state. So for most of my life, I was back to front praying to God, praying, and people are praying now to the universe, praying to God for assistance. And I could be on my face. I used to be on my knees praying to God. Okay, so this is a very dark and separative place to be living from. And it was a very special experience that happened to me on Mother's Day 1999, where I was able to come into this alignment. And it was just amazing to have this beautiful experience that brought me into this clarity that I am that I am. I am light. I am the projector. I can bring to me what it is that I am wanting to experience in my world, and that I'm not at a mercy of what had been taught as what God was. So it's a big shift to come from there, okay, and going, oh my goodness. So when you're hearing a person talk about duality or from a duality basis, they will have separation between themselves and another, whatever it is. If you hear stories of separation, there is absolutely going to be somebody that you are superior to and separated from. Okay, does that make sense? So even today, we can think about those people that we consider that we are better than. That's naughty, so let it go. Isn't that beautiful? What do we hold judgments against? Okay, well, in that case, I would be sitting in the game. If I'm actually sitting in duality, I will have those that I'm not going to talk to in the world, in the community, okay, and I'm not going to be sitting in unconditional love. Whoo, okay, let's feel some unconditional love. Let's pour in some diamond. So diamond is the Christed energy that's returning into the earth, and all of earth is being lifted up and coming into the new heart. The heart is opening right now. Your heart in your chest, your heart chakra is opening and expanding, and we are coming into greater light as the Holy Christ itself is excuse me, descending and coming into your energetic system. And this is classified as the return of Christ. Now, when this is actually happening, as I'm taking on more light and I want to function in a value, I go, right, integrity. Don't question my integrity. Integrity is really important to me, and it was. Okay, it was. Now, if I'm back to front and upside down to myself and I'm in duality, then I need integrity is important to me. Okay, because I want to be respected. Okay, and this is where the teachings of the ego, okay, that have really dominated the last 40 years or so in Western society, and has also come from Eastern traditions and things like that, which are just beautiful. But this is when the old days of, living in a cave and subduing the ego, that we were to bring the mental and emotional bodies to rest. Okay, so we worked on the ego. And the other part that we had going was, say for Buddhism, we had the 7 values that we had to learn. First thing, learn the values, okay? Being kind, being patient, what are the 7 values? Okay, so you can go into those, being patient, all of those. Now, what is that really? Well, that is actually very similar to the 10 Commandments. Okay. Now, when I'm actually in alignment, knowing who I am, okay, do I need the 10 Commandments to tell me that I should not kill someone? No. Okay. Because when I'm in alignment, I'm at peace. This is why people do meditations and contemplations. Okay. So that we can come to peace. And when we come into a state of harmony, where that harmony brings us into peace, then of course I'm going to be not willing, I don't want to go and kill somebody. It's not in my system. It's not recognized by me vibrationally to want to kill someone. Does that make sense? Okay, so when I'm not projecting from a place of duality, it means when I'm not in this, but rather in this alignment with my soul, my greater me, I've got no enemies. Okay, therefore I don't need self-protection. Self-protection is a great illusion, okay, in both foreign policy, domestic policy within a country, and within my own framework, saying I have to protect myself. Now, if I'm not in alignment with my greater me, with my soul, my board of directors, and I am just my pointy me walking around in this duality state, okay, then yes, I might need a gun, okay, to protect myself. But if I am not in duality, but I am rather in alignment with my greater me, I am at peace, and I am not projecting anything. I am not sowing into discord. I'm not sowing, okay, into something that's going to come against me. Okay, and this was what was meant to be taught in the first place. Okay, it's just gotten lost in religion. Okay, so let's get back to integrity. So when I am away from my harmonious soul self, this is where I'm in duality, then I'm wanting to fight for my rights. I'm wanting to fight for my freedom. I'm wanting to fight for my integrity, okay, my peace, my everything, okay, I will fight for it. And that is where duality will keep you lost, and your ego trying to control your vibrational world. So what's the ego? The ego is just the identity that we've become, saying, hey, I am this, I am that, I am whatever, okay, and I become what it is, the image that I create for myself. But the image is never at peace, okay? The image is always wanting to say, I am here. I want you to see me. Don't argue with me. I am here. I have every right to feel, and so it's actually always wanting to be alive and active. And this is where, we've been taught that you can't actually subdue the ego, because you can't, okay? The ego wants to live and thrive. It wants to express itself, say, I want you to see me. Okay, I want you to see me. I want you to know me. And what we do is, in our dualistic state of separation from others and from source, we are going, I've got to survive. I want you to see me. You need to know me. I'll make myself known. And so we're battling the mental and emotional bodies to be seen, to be understood. Why don't you understand me? Okay, why aren't you listening? Is a really strong egoic question. Why aren't you listening to me? Why don't you respect me? Okay, and we think of these things as important because they are when I'm in an egoic state of duality. When I'm back to front and upside down to who I really am. Okay. Now, when I swing around and come out of duality, and I actually tap into my board of directors, okay, my holy Christed self with the triune being, which is the tree of life, that is now being returned to the earth. Our connection is being returned back to the tree of life. Okay, we've been living in duality under the tree of good versus evil, if you've actually been participating in any form of Western context, because our society is actually based on this. So you vibrationally have it built within you, this fear, okay, this fear of not being unconditionally loved, this fear of being separated. It's built within us. We struggle with the egoic self to try and find peace. But in actual fact, it's much easier than we think, okay? So alignment is where we come into the oneness of understanding that we are a living soul, which keeps us upright on our feet. And the triune being, our board of directors within us, the divine Father, divine Mother, and divine Holy Child, is actually what is living and moving and being at one. So there's no gender issues. We don't have to fight to be whatever. Okay, we don't have to fight for anything. We come into alignment, the greater connection within us, open our hearts up. We come into unconditional love and light, and we are one, excuse me, with all of that which is in this creation. And this is where we're turning. We're coming through this doorway right now, okay? We're coming up through this portal, and the portal is in our own body. Isn't that beautiful? So you don't have to go anywhere. Home is actually inside of you, connecting to your soul source. That's where the shift takes place. And so we're shifting from being back to front, praying to something outside of ourselves right now, to actually coming at peace, turning around and coming into alignment. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to spend a couple of minutes, okay, just imparting the beautiful Christed energies, the whole, your higher self, okay, your board of directors, and this will connect you. And so we actually just release it into the top of your head, into your brain, and it will balance your brain chemistry. So your physical body is a chemical body. Yes, we are a bunch of vessels. I like that. Ah, lovely. Just receive, if you don't mind, for those that are used to me, you're receiving into the top of your head, just feeling that beautiful, loving energy of your soul, the diamond energy, just coming in and just relaxing your brain. I'm just connecting with you now. Just receive. And you may feel your brain just relaxing. And this is actually balancing your chemistry, your serotonin and adrenaline levels in your brain, your DMT levels in your brain. The beautiful diamond energy is running through your body. And it just takes moments to come in, and we talk about the holy instant. It only takes a holy instant to align with the greater you, with your soul you. And then you can start living an empowered life from the greater you. Keep filling up, just keep receiving while I talk. Whew, and feeling it now dropping into your heart. Feeling your chest warming up. It might be warmth, it might be tingling. It might feel like there's an elephant on your chest. Okay, whatever that feels like to you. Excuse me. Whew. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I love my job. So we all get to fill up with the diamond. And I want you to feel and know that this is your soul igniting within you. your Holy Christ itself, ever present. You call it, and so it is. It's here in a holy instant. See, the masters all said, be whole. They never said, be on your face. Okay, they said, be whole, think whole, see only wholeness, judge not, lest you be judged. It means do not put out a negative report. See only wholeness, because we are quantum creators. We are quantum creators. We are creators. Okay, we are drop down version from source, and we operate the same. And so that's what the masters were teaching us, to be whole, know thyself. Okay, well, you're a soul drop down into a physical body, and you project into whatever it is that your world consists of, that you want to bring light and love to. Unconditional love has no judgment or opinions within it. The game of duality is full of judgments and opinions. Okay, and if you are a creator projecting judgments and opinions, then you're creating some weird stuff for yourself. So we want to change those things that we've been projecting out through judgments and opinions, and coming into alignment and just feeling peace and harmony. Which brings me to our main point, is if I'm in peace and harmony, are you feeling good? Can you feel that? Okay, just feel that gentle energy within you. And when you're running the diamond energy, it's actually dissolving things that you've had going on. It's dissolving. It's doing the alchemy. It's actually dissolving the stories, the vibrational stories that you've had going on in your life, so that the true creation, the creation of your soul that you came here to do, the one that you wrote a soul script on, you will actually see it, feel it, live it. What you really came here to do, not the stories of your culture, not the stories of your town, not the stories of your generation, but what you yourself came to do. That's the difference. Isn't that beautiful? Whew. So these stories, these qualities, you need to have a look at your own qualities. Because right now, when I'm in alignment, I have no need of integrity, because when I'm in alignment with my board of directors, my divine masculine, divine feminine, divine inner child, they have no issues in 3D. No worries whatsoever. It's only the little pointy me that gets caught up in these stories and keeps projecting 3% creations instead of 100% creations. Whew. So let's have a look at these qualities. What's another one? Patience. I hear this a lot. And essentially, when we say, you know, God's will be done and in, you know, God's timing and blah, blah, blah. But because it's often from the old premise of thought, you're actually going to be waiting for a very long time, because you believe in the quality of patience. I believe in patience, and what I want, it doesn't matter, okay? God's will be done. Not helpful as a manifester. Okay, it is actually a law construct, a human law construct. And that's what these qualities are. They are human law constructs, now interpreted through a dualistic system rather than in alignment with the board of directors. with your soul. Your soul doesn't believe in that, just so that you know. Isn't that interesting? Okay, so the greater you goes, you can have whatever it is in a holy instant. It is our belief systems in our qualities that slows down, that wraps our creation. That's why I do the law of acquisition teaching, to say we wrap our creations in degrees of difficulty. So if you believe that you need patience before you can receive something, then it's going to take a period of time for it to come, and it may never come. Okay, some people wanting beautiful relationships that believe in patience. Patience is a virtue, is it? Okay, how often did we hear that as a child? Patience is a virtue, but it's not taught from a quantum law perspective. Okay, so a lot of us have been taught to be, and this has been very strong in the trying to train your ego, trying to subdue your ego. Okay, so you cannot subdue your ego is the point. Okay, you can take a big stick at it and you can try and subdue it. Okay, but this game of duality is so strong because we've been taught it. Only alignment to the greater you, okay, and when you come into peace and harmony, okay, when your heart chakra opens and you feel that unconditional love flowing through you, the ego is still and comes into alignment with you as one with source. Okay, there is no ego to tame when you're in alignment. Therefore, there is no need for the 10 commandments. There is no need for rights, okay, or human rights. There's no need for all of these external good behavior systems. There's no need for the values, okay, as taught, because when I come into alignment, I am that I am. I am full of love. I am full of light. And you can trust yourself that you are going to have integrity, okay? That would be like asking my divine feminine or divine masculine, excuse me, can you guys fix your integrity up? Okay? That soul, your soul is so pure, it's got nothing to change or fix about it. And when you're in alignment, when you spark the diamond energy, when you spark your internal connection to unconditional love, you also have got nothing to change or fix about you. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, isn't that rest? Come into rest. Okay, that you don't have to work anymore to be something that you're not, to beat this carnal self, as it used to be called. You know, no, we don't have to do these things. Okay, we can just be, we can just love. Thank you, Anne. So I want you to have a look at your qualities that you find praiseworthy in yourself. I want you to find the qualities that you actually fight for against another or demand from somebody else. Do you demand respect? Wow. If I have to gain respect from another, then that is in my reflection. Okay, so it's showing up as lack in my life, that I'm demanding respect from another. And when I am demanding respect from another, I am not in alignment. I am not connected to my soul self, because I'm here in the system battling to get respect. Oh, wow, it's so easy when we come into alignment and we're full of unconditional love and we come into that space. I don't need to ask you to respect me. I respect myself and I am respected. That's what happens. Okay. Oh, I don't have to fight for my rights to exist. I don't have to fight for my rights as a feminist to be a woman. No, when I am actually in alignment, I am what I am. Okay, I just am that. And this reminds me of that beautiful message that came through. And I had this lady just in a real crisis within her life, and she was so strong in everything she was doing. She was physically strong, projecting strength. It was like, you know, put her body on the line physically, fought for, you know, doing the right thing. And she had this mentality, and this message just came through within it, and it said, do you want them to love you for you or for your pain? Now let me get the words right. So it was like, do you want them to be with you or your pain? Something like that. See, the pain that is held within the ego from our lived experiences, from our stories. Okay, do you want them to try and identify with your pain, your ego? To have a relationship with your ego is impossible. It's insanity. You can't expect another human being to understand this crazy world that you've lived in your head and in your system. They will not be able to identify it. They may have common experiences, but they will never understand you. Okay, that's a fallacy. That's right. So these are the true words. Do you want them to have a relationship with you or your pain? Okay, you or your stories, you or your qualities and values. They can't have a relationship with those things. It's out of sight. It's not a part of their experience. However, we can have a relationship with you. You, right here, right now. Totally loved, totally received, totally here, present in this moment. We don't need the stories. We don't need the vibrational stories. We don't need to prove ourselves and who we are from this perspective in the game. No, I just have to be me here, connected to my divinity, to my I am presence, to my holy Christed self, to my board of directors. Isn't that beautiful? That's all I have to be. And that keeps me here in this moment, tapping into unlimited possibility, because right here, right now is where 0 point quantum is. Isn't that beautiful? Deepak Chopra says that memory that is devoid of the past, empty of the past, nor anticipating the future is right here, right now. This is the isness. I am. I am. I am Ruth. Whew. That is being. The beautiful part is that sooner or later we get past this point of having to say, I am Ruth. Okay, we're going to be way too mature light masters to even have to go, I am here, everybody. Okay, so remember that what I'm teaching you is very foundational basics to being, okay, as a quantum creator projecting. I'm just giving you the pieces, the breadcrumbs. When you become that and you grow in it, oh my God, you are a master. You become the greater you. So there's nothing to change or fix about you right now. There's no values that you have to learn or admire or become, because that is the hard way to heaven. That is the hard way to source. And this is the old paradigm, okay, that has been going on for at least 15,000 years. It is the hierarchy system that Atlantis worked under. The Lemurian system is in the isness of being. It was always associated with the tree of life, and it has the ability to bring life, more life, expanded life to your own self, to your physical body, to bring about full body wellness, to heal the body, to heal your family, okay, and your immediate loved ones, to heal your community, and to heal the world. So I want you to do some homework. I want you to actually look at your values, because if you're beating yourself up and trying to get on top of your ego, no, it's the hard way. Don't do that, okay? Turn around, come out of the dualistic system into the isness of your light presence. I am here. I am a soul that's keeping me upright on my feet. My light soul is keeping me upright on my feet. There is nothing to change or fix about me. I just have to project wholeness without judgments, without opinions. Okay, so set yourself free by removing these frameworks. And we might now open it up to some questions. Let's see if my points are standing. Ego is based in duality. We've done that. False position in Christianity and Buddhism starts you on your knees. Okay, not good. True message, okay, is to be whole. Okay, the master said, be whole. Never said, excuse me, you've got this, this, and 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 this that you've got to work on. It's like, be whole. Know who you are. Project out of wholeness. Stand as light. Okay, and then we actually get some work done. And the last point was that alignment has no reflection nor egoic appearance. We are only in harmony. Okay? Yes, absolutely, Jan. You are so funny. All right. Okay, so if somebody would like to ask a question or tell me what they thought about that, did it set you free? I'm hoping that it did, because this is moving big chunks of vibrational storytelling that's been, keeping you bound. Okay? You don't have to be bound anymore. It's time to free ourselves and to blossom and bloom as creators, projecting onto your own quantum field the world that you want to project. And we're coming into a new earth. Okay? We're coming into a new time. The quantum field is becoming crispy clean. We are not utilizing it for selfish reasons or survival anymore. Okay, the quantum field itself is going through a cleansing, uplifting process right now as we speak, and it is only going to be projecting unconditional love and light. That's what's happening right now, by the way, universally. Okay. Anyone, just pop your hand up if you'd like to have a chat with me. Whew.
I'm so speechless, my friend Ruth. You know, just the fact, I was just thinking for a few moments that, what this quantum did to us, to be connected, to learn from people like you. I'm like, my heart is like so full of your diamonds and your wisdom, and I'm sorry you had to go through your pain as well to get here with us. And I so appreciate that, and we are so gifted by the fact we are connected with you and others on this platform. So much wisdom, so much of freaking religion we all need. This is so beautiful, this light, this is so pure, beautiful, and so healing. Thank you.
It is my absolute privilege and pleasure, because it's when you get to that place that you can become vulnerable and just let that go. That's when I know that I'm doing my job. Thank you so much. It's taken me many years to come to this place to be able to even share it, of course. And so I've done all of that. Okay. I've cried and cried for years. I've battled the ego. I've done everything that I've been taught. And then I had to be taught by my soul. Okay.
And you had to unlearn.
In you. Yeah. And then we started learning, and then we started bringing the messages through. And it's a beautiful, beautiful story. Trust your soul. Trust your inner being, because the true messages come from your soul, your higher self, not from outside sources. Okay, the right book, the right message, the right person, whatever, but it'll just bring you that snippet that, whoa, blows open your mind. It blows you open into your next position, your next expansion. So we're not here to learn or change or fix you. We're here to show you who you are so that you can project greater and greater light. Thank you, Kasha. Anybody else? Nancy?
And I have a question before
yeah.
Nancy jumps in. So could you please explain me, Ruth, how you could explain that freedom inside of your soul, inside of your alignment? How do you feel that freedom of that pain, judgment, and all of those things that you are teaching us to, unlearn how we have to detach? Because I really feel this empty space as a space of love and light, and I mean, it's so joyful to feel free of those pains that I was carrying for 48 years. So I'm wondering how you can explain that feeling.
The only way I can teach is alignment. So I talk about alignment all the time. Alignment is running the energy, connecting through your intention, okay, as the little pointy you. I'm the little pointy me. I'm the avatar running around the earth in this body that I chose as a part of the soul trip. And so when I actually connect to my greater me, and I'm in that space of, and we can get aligned through music. I can listen to Chopin and it just takes me. I can see a little sparrow out in the tree and it takes me, it lifts you, and you fill up with love, don't you? It doesn't take what I'm doing. I show 2 tools, okay, to actually share the alignment and make it visible and obvious that I have this physiological effect, that I am filling up with the energy from my source. But the part of me that then can turn very quickly is the little pointy me, and this is where we need to learn discipline. It's not that. No, sorry, I take that back. We learn alignment. That's it. No discipline, no work. Okay, there's no work involved. If somebody tells you to try harder, be more, go and get counseling, okay, no, that is not the truth. That is dualistic speaking. I am, however, I am that I am. I am light. I am love. I am the isness of being. Those are what brings you into alignment. You feel peace and your heart opens up and you feel joy. Joy cannot be attained by a practice of any sort. Joy can only be in alignment and an open heart, okay? Alignment to your soul source. And this is what the Christ, when he was on earth, he used to say, I'm the Son of God. And then he would say, I'm the Son of Man. And I go, what does that mean? Why is he saying one moment that he's the Son of God? And why is he saying I'm the Son of Man? It was his alignment. Okay, so when he wasn't aligned to the Holy Spirit, okay, as he was teaching, okay, then the power would come into him and he would speak truth, and he would cast and do miracles utilizing quantum law and the quantum field, and he would project and get what he desired. But it was because he was actually connected, aligned to Father God. So we know now that it's Father, Mother, God, and Divine Inner Child, the triune being, okay, which is the alignment all the way through into the little pointy me that is having this lived experience here. When he was out of alignment, he was like us, okay, and that's why we are classified as sons of God, okay, with the same stuff, same makeup. When I'm disconnected, I'm not utilizing the power that I can actually tap into. Does that make sense? You've got to understand that I've come out of Christianity. So I know that I'm using these things, but there's a lot of other stuff. I really recommend that you get my book. Okay, it's called Diamond Matrix Masters Self-Mastery Level 1. Kasha, would you put that in somewhere? because she's really good. She pops it into the.
Yeah, yes, I will get the link and I will post it. So just one comment. So alignment, it's like I'm feeling so great because I'm not broken anymore, right?
Yeah, well, you want to actually stay in that position. You can actually come in and out of this position, but we want you to stay in more and more alignment. Yeah. Okay. So alignment can happen in a holy instance, like, think of my board of directors, it's like, oh yeah, I'm feeling so good. And then suddenly I'm back into it. And then I get intuitive thought. And it's like, right, I'm going to go down the road and have a cup of coffee. Well, go get your body up off the couch and go and have a cup of coffee because you just thought of it. Okay. Honor your thoughts, honor what comes to you. I feel to do something, and you become self-governing, soul governing. Okay. And that's why we don't want you to be bound by all of these nonsenses. We want you operating as a soul because we need you to be your light in that time and space. Okay. All right. Anybody else? Ooh, in that case, let's just open it up.
I
and
just
say,
wanted to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We are all so blessed to have you show us this way. It's an amazing new way of looking at things that we so need and we're so ready for right now on the planet. And it's just amazing that we have you as a helper to do this. And I relate with Kasha's, art because it's intense and it's really good to know this stuff. It's really
it changes
really
everything.
important. We have been stuck, in our past, and to have this way of aligning is so powerful. It's just,
Yeah.
we are so blessed. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Nancy. It is. It's such a precious time. Okay. You put your hand up along with me. Put your hand up, everyone. Hey, we're all friends from above. We're all friends from light. All of us. We put our hands up here to go and come and make this shift. Okay. We all did it. We all put our hands up. We are friends from in high places. We are intergalactic stellar beings. Don't forget where you've come from. Know where you've come from. Isn't that beautiful? We all said, yes, I volunteer. I'm coming to the earth. And here we are all together. Okay. And this is what we're doing. We're just bringing more and more people in, okay, to be more and more effective, okay, right now, as we cross over out of duality and into unity, into unconditional love and light, where we came from. So in truth, we know ourselves very well, okay, but we're just wanting our point of identification to be based in soul, where your power is, okay, the purity of the power within you. Tap into that and you will have amazing things happening, amazing life. But go home, have a look at your, really seriously, I had to go and look at my qualities and stuff like endurance, okay, is like I had to stop projecting that stuff, okay. I remember fighting for my integrity, and I really came to violence, okay. We do not want to be acting violent. If we're in violence, we are in duality. Okay, are we violent with our words, our deeds? What are we trying to control? Because triggered emotions are based in control. It's not unconditional love. Okay, no, we need to be in love and light and peace and harmony. All right, Jan. Jan, come on and say hello to us. I know you've put like 50,000 messages in.
Oh, I don't know what to say. I've just, well, kind of, sort of, hello, everyone. Ever so the lovely of greetings. I've just been looking at my mind stream over the last couple of weeks, and I have been able to slow down and do some unraveling and unpacking, and was kind of beating myself up for some things. And I said, oh, dang it, wait a minute. That's not who I really am. I really have stepped forward and bring love and light. And I really do not show up in anybody's life as well as my own to make for a bunch of poop. Maybe at one time when I was 14 and 15, but going into my 60s now, absolutely not. There's just been too much the better of incoming that I don't stay there. And
Absolutely.
waiting on some things, yeah. And using that, the form of a grid that I learned how to do in light school, to put that up every day. And it really does take the negative energy and make it stand at the gate and say, no, you don't, not with this one. It was jam. No.
Beautiful. When you actually have a set up light body, we don't need to worry about, you know, protection and all that. Nothing will protect us. When you're in this one-ment, you're not projecting anything that's going to cause conflict to come to you. Like I've been in, you know, supposed lockdown for these last days, and I've just moved about. As soon as my soul goes, you're going out to see your parents, and it's like, yep, 2-hour trip or more, and off I go. And I'm not going to see a soul that is going to hinder where I'm meant to be going on that day. This is very powerful living. You do not have to fear the law of man, because the law of man has been convoluted to this insanity that we're living. But the soul itself is like, doesn't have any problems. Okay, we're not going to be transferring. We don't even believe in disease, unless you believe in disease. Okay, I would get rid of that today as well. There is no such thing. You cannot be touched when you're in alignment with the greater you. You are protected at all times. Okay, there might be a little bit of dissolving with plan B if you've been sowing into hardship, into difficulty, into survival, and into self-protection. That will dissolve away. So the more that we're in alignment, that dissolves away. And you don't have to do so much, you just are. Okay, your board of directors has got no issue with protection. Okay, it doesn't actually need to do anything. You just look at your divine masculine and go, oh, no one's going to whoop his. It's just not going to happen. You know, it can't happen unless you think that it can. So I have got no darkness that I'm fighting. I'm not in a war. Okay, I'm at peace. Okay, I'm a higher galactic being. I've come here for a reason. I know my light. I know my power within light. I'm not warring. However, I am a ghost muncher, and I am changing, okay, any energies that come towards me, in that I've got the violet flame. And so the violet flame is just a transmuter of anything that's not working for light. It gets recycled, purified, and sent back to that person. Okay, mine does also. And then we all receive a fresh dose of neutralized electrons the next day. Okay, and we get more light. So we're getting more light. So I train this in a quantum school that I do called Quantum Living with Full Body Wellness, but we actually take you through an initiation process in which you have all of this set up and you come out as a master. You know yourself. And the book is also wonderful for teaching you that. Grab the book. It's an ebook as well. Okay, but if you like, it teaches you quantum law and it brings you back to knowing who you are, which is magnificent. Okay, all right. Anybody else? Any other comments? Thanks, Jen.
I've had loads of miracles. Like
Ooh.
things just turn up. Like paint that you need just turn up, and the Gorilla Glue that you've lost, it just turns up right in front of you. And I live in this massive house, so the chances of that happening is zero. And stuff just turns up when you want it. It's just like every day you're just really happy to get up, and you think, I wonder, it's like a roof delivery service.
It's like that. This is what we're coming into, is quantum field. It's like, I think and therefore I receive. I think I receive. I think I receive. I feel I receive. It's like everything's sped up now. Let's raise our thoughts way out of survival, way out of having to subdue ourselves, into full on creating. Let's abundantly create. And,
well, I used to imagine everything. I used to try and like project and imagine, oh, I want this, but you don't have to do that anymore because it's already done for you and it's much better. I know that when I imagined, everything that came was much better anyway, but it was fun. But kind of like, it's even more fun because you can think, well, what's going to happen today? It's like, because it's already done. You've done enough. It's just lined up. And then you line up and then it just falls through.
That's it. Okay, so very nicely put. That's how you manifest, peoples. It becomes easier and easier. Okay, like I said, I'm just teaching the basics. Yasmin's cruising on. This is a beautiful part. When you're connected, you start going, oh, I can do it with ease. It just comes. I was thinking about it. But you've already done it. Each and every one of you has already done it. You have thought of someone and they call you on the phone. That's the stuff. Okay. So as soon as you think of someone, call them, say hello, send them love, whatever it is. There's your instant connection and manifesting. So you've been doing it all along. We're just making it conscious for you, and also how to just remove stuff that might hold you back. So there is your, how are you going, Lisa? You off to Nighty Night Land shortly? She usually comes on late at night.
Yeah,
Hello?
I am. I'm almost ready for bed. I haven't had my camera on because my phone's on charge, so I've had to put my phone down over there so that I can listen to my headphones. But thank you.
Fantastic.
Perfect again, as always.
Love you, Lisa. Love you, Lisa. Hey, good news. Just to put it onto the recording before we go, we are launching our diamond merchandise shop, okay, on our website. All of these things that I've learned, I used to actually put on post-it notes. Okay, so I'd get a message through and I'd write it down real quick so I didn't forget it, because you got to ground it, don't you, into now. And I'd write it on a post-it note, and then I'd write it on all these scraps of paper, and I'd put it in my pocket, and I'd put it in my strap, and I'd put it into my wallet, and I'd put it in the car, and I'd have one in my bathroom. And I'd be walking around just constantly absorbing this principle, okay, that came to me, growing in it, expanding it through my reality, and I would become more of it. And so these quantum principles that I teach both in the book and that we're actually got now on merchandise. So we've got them on mugs and things like that. And I'm hoping that you'll be able to just sit down and have a cuppa and go, no consequences, okay? And whatever you're living, it just dissolves whatever is going on for you. So it's like, yeah, love to you, Elizabeth. So it's like, yeah, these are tools that you can actually operate with and just sit down, and they're all really good quality items. I've struggled a little bit because I'm not really a shoppy person, and people have been saying to me for years that I should have it. So here is the day. The launch is on Friday. We're going to have the whole day in Australian time, and we're just going to come in on the hour at the Zoom link that you find at the event, okay, that is out there now. I've tagged people into it, and we're going to come on and just show you a couple of products, okay, that's on it, and just explain it, because each one has like a quantum principle to it, which means that you can expand while you're down at the park carrying your little Diamond Matrix Masters bag or whatever it is, okay? And there's some fun stuff as well that just makes you go, yes, all right? So bringing you into alignment and wholeness as much as possible through visual aids and things that we actually have being launched in our new diamond merch shop on the website. I just saw 1333. All about self-mastery. Okay, so thank you for being here today. I love you so much. It's so good to be back, and I'm feeling stronger than ever. Be easy on yourself. Very important right now. This week, last week, next week, be easy on yourself. Don't judge yourself. You're not to put yourself under judgment at all. Okay? You're not to judge yourself. How can you project blessing into your life if you're judging yourself? No, I am a being of light. Okay, these are things that we've got in our stuff for you to know who you are. All right, so we're just going to turn off the recording. Love and light, diamond blessings to everyone.